Welcome to Politics Done Right. We are back again, and this time I have a gem. Everybody know who Steve King is. We all know what he's done. Well, we have a warrior who took him on, and I'm going to tell you guys something, a little secret. I need you guys, we don't know what he's going to do yet. We need you guys to get in touch with this dude and tell him to do it again. Senor JD Scholten, how are you doing, my friend?
Honored. I'm doing great.
Let me tell you, he ran in Iowa 4 against Steve King. What got into you? What made you believe that you could take a district that is that red and turn it around?
Well, the Trump election really got a lot of first-time candidates motivated, and that definitely me. But the thing that really got me going was my grandma's my inspiration in my life.
Right.
And the last thing she said before she passed away was, "JD, you need to move back to Iowa and take care of the farm." At the time, I was living in Seattle, and we rent our farm out, so I wasn't going to get into farming. I grew up in Sioux City.
Right.
So a month later, after her funeral, after I felt that pull to come on home, the inauguration happened, and the next day I'm in Seattle, and I went to the Women's March, and I was so just blown away by the raw power and energy. I saw what happened in Iowa. We're a proudly purple state, and it went ruby red, and I said, that's not us. Obama won twice, and then Trump won in 2016.
Made no sense.
Made no sense, and I was like, that's not us. And so I moved back home to get engaged, and after a month, nobody was running against King. And that's when I said, I can't sit on the sideline anymore. I didn't know if I could raise any money. I didn't know what I could do other than I knew I could get out to the people.
Right.
So we launched our campaign very humbly, but I went to all 39 counties at least 3 times, most 5-6 times. Winnebago Industries are made in my district. I ended up buying a used Winnebago RV, throwing our logo on the side. Our logo.
Here is the logo, guys. There is the logo. Yeah.
And just went all, just continue to go out there. And we started this grassroots movement that what we saw when I first went out there, we got the people were like, oh, God bless you, somebody should run against King.
Right.
Second time was, oh, you're just not Steve King, you're standing for something. And the third time, we saw hope. And we saw these people who were kind of ashamed to be Democrats early on put yard signs in and go out and canvass. And it was amazing, the grassroots movement. And I feel we just ran out of time.
JD, I think you ran out of time for that. Let me tell you something. The reason when I saw you walking by, I ran and I said, got to get this guy on this, because after following that story, right, I think it is important for people to realize that no district is unwinnable.
Amen.
Absolutely no district is unwinnable. But better than that, the policies that we stand for are the policies that, based on the polls, Americans say they want. We just need to have the candidates who have the balls to go out there and work for those policies. So tell us a little bit about what you stand for.
Yeah, so we ran very simply last time of, we want a healthcare system that works for all of us, Medicare for all. We want an economy that works for all of us. Not only it's raising the minimum wage, but it's in my district, we're the second most agriculture producing district in America. It's running on antitrust and breaking up these corporations that dictate. They're squeezing farmers on the input side and on the output side. And then the last part, running on campaign finance reform. But the one thing, we don't do any of this unless we save our planet.
Right.
And we got to fight for climate change.
Now look, a lot of people think all of this is wishful thinking, or every time an election comes around, people say this. The reason we have not been able to attain these values, these policies, is because we haven't had the right candidates win. We have a crop of candidates now that we can do this with. Assuming that you were to run again, even in Iowa 4, it would mean that we have the crop of people who can do it. So why don't you tell me?
Well, tell you what.
No. Tell me. First of all, do you agree with what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. We got to continue to take the torch. So one of the reasons I ran is my heroes are Paul Wellstone, Berkeley Bedell, and Tom Harkin.
Right.
And if you don't know Berkeley Bedell, in 1982, he ran, his re-election poster said, the 1% controls our government. What is the 99%? Do they have a chance? Berkeley Bedell has some ideas. He's 99 years old, just endorsed Senator Warren for president. Those are my type of candidates. And so I'm trying to carry the torch that they lit.
And you know what? You carry the torch very well. And folks that are listening now, make sure that he carries the torch again. JD Scholten, it's
pleasure.
a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Take